fruit. Ah. The Diary of K. Williams, May 19th, 1952. I have decided, and I am sure of my decision. I do not know which is right or wrong, only that my choice is my own. It took 3 days alone, letting whatever calming influence is here, for am I sure there is something guiding my thoughts. Okay. I thought about Jay, and talked with Jay in my mind, and I know that this is right. I cannot think about the path not taken, only the one ahead. The path ahead is the path not taken. Please, please. Please, Mr. Williams, I want you to live. Rocket shell. Okay, now it's Tommy's time. Ah, tab. What was it? The magazine. Yep. I take the magazine. Q. I suppose I'll stick with my decision that Tommy didn't know his grandmother very well, or it was, though, yeah, that he didn't know her. So Linda can't go to the funeral, and Dan will stay with Tommy and go to the theme park. Ta-da. Or another chance is to, it's summer and you're wearing a long sleeve pajama. Wow. Or yeah, that might be the solution. I don't know if introducing a child to funerals, he's 10, or 12 or something, is funerals come soon enough. Yeah, that's the better. Yeah. Dan couldn't bear the thought of Linda going to the funeral alone, so he bought a ticket and flew to Denver with her. The funeral was hard for Linda, but Dan they made it easier to bear. They stayed up late night at the funeral as Linda told Dan stories about Grandma Joan. They talked maybe being grandparent and tales one day. I like that decision. Dan sat Tommy down and did his best to explain why he couldn't go to the air show. Tommy had a crying fit. Dan eased the blow by promising to take him to the next one, then dove down to Tommy to the saw and turned to a fountain pain toy for Tommy, who loved it. Is that a good raising child method? Paul was livid when they all called and that he couldn't make a reading. Dan was using anything to him. Paul is a dick. Paul is a real jerk. If he's angry, if Paul is angry at Ted. If Paul is angry at Dan for not doing a book signing, but instead going with his wife to a funeral, then I don't know, send him a can of nails or something. Mr. and Mrs. Kaplan, after additional consideration, I'd like to augment my recommendation. I believe that the best course for action for Tommy's development will be continued tutoring throughout the school year. Important to coordinate with his teachers and make sure the lessons are aligned. As before, encouragement from both of you is a critical component, and probably 4 hours every morning Mr. Kaplan, I have observed that Tommy looks to you in a particular for validation, which I believe comes from a connection he's made with your profession. If at all possible, you should be part of his tutoring, although Mrs. Kaplan is more than capable of aiding him as well, as long as you don't do both at the same time, because the child has only 2 years. I hope I haven't overstepped my bounds by contacting you, but Tommy is a bright boy, and I think with the proper support he can not only catch up, but excel. And maybe even Word or Write or PowerPoint. I understand you're leaving town shortly, but please don't hesitate to contact me by phone during the school year if I can be of help. You are probably the school's counselor, so I think it's okay if you contact the parents about the well-being of the child.
Barb, by the time you get this, we'll be on our way home, so don't write me back here. It's hard to believe this summer's almost over. So much has happened. The show, getting used to life up here, painting more than I have in years, losing Grandma Jo, figuring out where Dan and I are. Part of me doesn't want to leave, but I know it's time. They say you can't go home again. I think I know what that means now. I don't have it in me to explain everything here, but things will never be the same. I don't even know what home I'm going back to. The only thing I do know is that I'm ready to start painting again. For real, like I did before Tommy. I'm scared and excited and nervous all at the same time. I just wish I knew how we were going to make it work. I hope this finds you well. Yours, Linda.
Okay, so they rented the place for a ridiculous a long time. Okay. Understood. Firewood is gone. That's a nice feature. Something in the toilet. It's nice that they included the toilet. Oh, now it's a forest. Linda, I'm pleased to meet you. Well, by letter anyway. I'm surprised we've never met, considering how small the art community is, but from your letter it sounds like you may have not been as active as you have liked for a few years. Regardless, I'm very excited to tell you more about our work here. At high level, the program is simple. We are a collective of arts, the co-op, who use our work for the betterment of our city. We host fundraising galleries, donate our work to charity auctions, and teach art classes. We offer both paid and unpaid courses, and all proceeds from the paid courses go to the local charities, usually the food bank. Our free courses are part of a pioneer program we've recently started, where we provide a safe place for victims of violence, members of our local AA chapter, and even paroles trying to get back on their feet. The program is still in its early stages, but we've been very pleased with the results. It's a very exciting time. Anyway, you'll find more details in the enclosed information packet. I'd love to talk to you about joining in person when you return to London. Rachel Pittman, founder, Art for All. Linda was one of you found. Hi, Linda. Anything here? No, okay. Mr. Kaplan. We have reached a decision and are pleased to offer you the position of Assistant Professor of Literature. We had many applications for the position, and after careful review, we feel your history with the university and your status as a published author will give you a unique connection to our students. Oh, that's cool. We apologize for the lateness of the decision, but administrative adjustments delayed our annual budget review, and the position was only recently approved for hire. Professor Strode will handle your course load until September the 27th, 21st, whatever, at which point you will take over classes. We will provide temporary housing for you during this speedy transition, but need your answer as soon as possible. Your offer letter is enclosed. Please sign and return it at your earliest convenience. Thomas Castle. Is that a reference to the crime TV show literature department chair? Thomas Castle. Maybe. Hardesty University. Dinner this Sunday. Okay, tunas. Okay, just tuna casserole moved to Saturday from Sunday. The crackpot chorb moved to Tuesday from 2 weeks ago, Saturday. Baked ziti salad moved from 4 weeks ago to Thursday. I don't think the last 2 weeks we didn't have that. And hamburgers, baked beans, and corn on the cob. Dan Gross night. That's new on the menu. And shrimp scampi with spaghetti and salad. I think that was also I think 2 weeks ago on Wednesday. Spaghetti and meatballs on Monday. Roasted chicken, new potatoes. What? New potatoes and cucumber salad. Roasted chicken, new potatoes. No old potatoes, new potatoes. What? Oh, he made friends at school. That's probably nice if that behind him is a school. That's nice. Says. Hi, Tommy. Okay. Okay, let's go through the upstairs. Spoop. Yeah, sure. Reading. Oh, that's nice. He's reading with Daddy.
Blast off!
Blast off. Suitcase. Fuck.
This could be it. An associate professorship at Hardesty? It's entry level, sure, but everyone has to start somewhere, and it's the perfect situation for writing. The sabbatical program alone makes the job worth it, and the thought of actually working with Professor May? Wait, I guess I'd be calling him Philip now. That'll take some getting used to. But moving's a big step. I can't imagine a new school with new kids would be easy for Tommy. I know staying in Laurenton would be better for him and Linda, but they aren't handing out professorships on the corner. This isn't the kind of offer you pass up without a very good reason. But I might have 2 good reasons. Tried to sleep on it last night. What a joke. You have to be able to sleep for that to work.
Okay. Oh, it's Grandma Joe.
I just talked things over with Dan, and we really have some serious thinking to do. The job at Hardesty sounds like a great opportunity for him, but moving would be so hard on us. I really want to join Art for All, and after everything we've been through with Tommy, it would be better for him to have some stability. I could even go full-time if Dan found a steady job, though I know he can't do that if he takes on extra tutoring with Tommy, and I'd never fault him for that. If we stay in Laurenton and Dan works with Tommy, I could still do the program part-time. Either way, it'd be better for Tommy and me than moving. But I know that professorship would mean so much to Dan. Can't everything be simple just once?
I have to read that again. Okay, moving is hard. She wants to join Art for All, which is I think that's a non-profit organization. Maybe. It sounded like that. You could even full-time. Full-time what? If Dan found a steady job. Professor is, I think, a steady job. So, so in ex-tutoring with Tommy, if he gets a steady job, he can pay someone and maybe even take him to the university and then learn there with tutoring him with there in the university. This would be nice. You can take Tommy to the university. You have an office at the university? Probably. That kid at the university where his dad works as a professor for literature would be so great for him. If for Tommy, Dan is the superhero, and because of Dan's writing, Tommy just adores him, then imagine a 10-year-old walking along students who are 8 years, 6 or 8 years older. How old is Tommy? 10. Let's say he's 10. Then they are 8 years older. All these kids. That will be such a boost for Tommy. You can tutor your child there.
Oh.
Look,
You can tutor your child at the university. And if the professorship is a steady work, you get steady income, which, well...
Paul, there were days when I thought this moment would never come. When I finish writing this, I'm going to pack everything up and drop the manuscript in the mail. My palms are sweating just thinking about letting it go. I had no idea how hard it would be to finish this one. It took everything I had, and it's hard to look back over the summer without laughing. To think the plan was to get away from everything and just focus on the book. But you can't get away from yourself. Life doesn't give a damn about geography. I don't know when you'll get this, or where we'll be when you do, or what you'll think. I know what I think, but objectivity left the building months ago. Some days I think this is the one. Other days I have a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach that says my career is over. All I can do is drop this in the mail and hope. Here goes. Paul.
Here goes. More letters. Hardest University CO, Thomas Castle, 902 Braithwaite Lane, Boston, Oregon. Okay, there's the address in the center, the return address in the upper left corner, stamp on the upper right corner. What the heck is in the lower left corner? Mommy wants to stay too.
What about my friends?
You'd make new ones, buddy.
You make new ones, buddy. You can have pen pals. Have you thought about pen pals? I know it's hard to. I know it's very hard to. Again. I know it's very hard to. Move. Show my friends my new backpack at school. You got a new backpack? That's cool.
Hi, Mom. Hey, Pumpkin.
Hey, Pumpkin. Why are you standing again 10 feet away from each other? Good thoughts. Mac Caddy's pen. He's so talented.
How long's the drive?
2 hours. We'd have to move.
How long's the drive?
I want to exit, thank you.
Paul gave it to me today. He was righteously pissed about missing that reading. No, I don't know. I don't think he's pissed at me exactly. He knows why I missed the reading. Grovefield came down hard on him, and he had to vent somewhere more likely. But still, damn. The worst part is the chapter still needs work. I have to find some time to clean it up. Soon.
Is Grovefield his publisher? And if Grovefield, okay. 1, Paul, don't let your anger out at other people. Number 2, if Grovefield is the publisher, that was a glitch. If Grovefield is the publisher and the publisher is angry that he missed the reading because of family funeral, then the publisher is a dick.
This could be it.
Associate professor. Linda, have you locked yourself in the painting room again?
Fine. All right.
Even full time. Okay, and blah, blah, blah. We host fundraiser galleries. Donate our work to charity auctions and teach art classes. So the only thing that gives money is art classes. Fundraiser galleries maybe a little bit. Donate our work to charity, not that much, I don't think. We offer both paid and unpaid courses. Free courses are part of Pioneer. Can I explore your memories without? Yeah.
We just got back from the funeral. It was even harder than I expected, but it was moving to see just how many people loved Grandma Jo. She really was a special woman. Dan was there every step of the way, even though we got in a lot of trouble for missing that book signing. I don't think it's fair how mad they got at him about that. It was a funeral. But I guess that doesn't count for much in the business world.
I have never seen someone being upset at someone else for attending a family funeral. If that's the case, they probably get mad at even. Where the heck are you?
You can say it. If I got a real job.
I could even go full-time if...
You can say it. If I got a real job.
I could even go full-time if...
You can say it. If I got a real job.
Send message painting for the full-time application. Associate professor. Associate professor, frequently capitalized as associate professor, is an academic title that can have different meanings. In North America and in universities also using the North American system, it is a position between this distant assistant professor and full professorship. In some Commonwealth countries, the title associate professor is often used in place of reader, which is used in the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth countries. Okay. Professor, associate professor, senior lecturer of principal lecturer. Doesn't do. What does an do? What does an associate professor do? Okay, so associate professor is a full-time job, probably paid.